Hello everybody and welcome to an update video for my Dark Angels project. So today I wanted to show up the first milestone, which is 1,000 points painted. So a large part of this army, I'd say, well, Master Lazarus, the Chaplain, the Outriders, and the Dreadnought, they were already painted as part of the army. But about 15 of the models here, so half of the army wasn't painted. So I got these painted up in between the last video and this one. And yeah, I just wanted to show off this milestone. So this is my 1,000 points. It comes out a bit less than that, about 990 points, but it doesn't really matter to me because I don't know, I just like this army. So this is what I'm going to be running in 1,000 point games. So what we've got is, it's going to be a patrol detachment, 6 command points because it's at 1,000 points. Yeah, so we got 2 HQs. Master Lazarus is going to be the Warlord. Got the Chaplain on bike. Not really sure what litanies I want to take for him, but the Lazarus has to take the the Warlord Trick Brilliant Strategist. So yeah, so let's talk about these squads. For the Intercessor squads that I got all painted up here. Oh. They are painted up just as the Dark Angels are on the website. So Caliban Green as a base, Gnome Oil, then it is Warpstone Glow, I believe, then Moot Green. So that's them. And I've got all the sergeants are equipped with power swords, just because I thought it's fluffy for the Dark Angels. Power swords aren't the worst option for sergeants, and I like the way it looks. And in each squad, there's a Astartes grenade launcher, so there's that. It's pretty cool. And then we've got the other squad here, the other sergeant. And here's the other grenade launcher. And then also another squad we had painted up for the army is these Deathwing Terminators from Dark Vengeance. Now, I've had these models for 5 years or so, back when I first got into the hobby, when I was much younger, so they weren't really painted too great. So what I did to these guys was I had to strip the paint off them, basically get rid of all the gunk and globby paint and stuff, and then respray them and paint them. So that's what I did to these guys. Painted as some Deathwing Terminators. I think they came out pretty well as far as I'm concerned. Assault cannon guy here. These are a much more elite unit, so I spent more time on these guys than I did the Intercessors. And then I got the sergeant here. Probably spent the most time on him out of everybody, just because he's the sergeant. Power sword, of course. Then we've got Terminator. These guys, there's 2 of these guys which are identical sculpts. This is the other Terminator. So, just Power Fist, Storm Bolter. And then it's a Chain Fist guy. Squad Chain Fist. Pretty cool, pretty cool. I also had this Watcher in the Dark here. He's already painted, so I just thought to include him in the army just because a bit of anti-psyker defense on top of that with Lazarus and his anti-psyker abilities. And then the rest of the army was already painted. So Lazarus here, he's going to be the main troop choice. He's going to be advancing with those Intercessors and the Redemptor Dreadnought, providing those rerolls to 1. He's got some pretty good combat ability for 110 point model, so there's that. And we've got the Chaplain, which would be the main combat character. You know, he can give himself the Mantra of Strength. He's got quite a few attacks. Acrosius is a pretty strong weapon. So I'm upgraded him to the Master of Sanctity in this army, just because I don't know, want the extra ability, or the extra what are they called? Extra litany. Now we've got the Outriders. Painted these guys quite a while back when I first got Indominus. Still haven't finished all the models from that, but I'll get to them. And then we have the Redemptor Dreadnought, who's going to be the main premier anti-tank force for the army. It's 1,000 points. So essentially the thought is behind this is the intercessors are all equipped with auto bolt rifles. So the thought is that these intercessors are going to stay back, hold objectives, you know, maybe shoot off, get in close combat if they need to. Master Lazarus is going to be kind of doing what he needs beside the Dreadnought. They're going to be, if they need to advance, they'll advance and maybe engage in close combat. If they need to stay put and just lob off a couple of those heavy plasma cannon shots, the macro plasma incinerator shots, they will. And then the main assault portion, they're going to be going out and taking objectives, would be these Outriders and the Chaplain. So they're going to be trying to force units off objectives, capturing objectives. And they're going to be using the Dark Angel stratagem that lets them deep strike Deathwing Terminators next to them. So those guys are going to be the hard-hitting, you know, firepower with those Storm Bolters and the Assault Cannon and all those Power Fists. They're going to hit some hard targets and just annihilate them off objectives and hold back, sit back and just hold them. Maybe plink off a couple units from range. And yeah, that's kind of the strategy behind this. So the next steps for this would be to, I've got this force over here, which is going to be basically my 1500 points list. So you just would add this on. So for 1500 points, we've got this Repulsor Executioner would add quite a bit of long-range firepower anti-tank capability. It's not the most competitive unit, but I just like the way the macro plasma incinerator looks on it. So I've got this thing already painted up for the 1500 points. And then we've got these unpainted tactical marines from Dark Vengeance. Again, 7 of them, not fully assembled. As you can see, the plasma cannon guy, his arms are off. This bolt gun guy's bolt gun's off. So yeah, this is going to be the next step, just painting these 7 tactical marines. Got a plasma cannon, a plasma pistol, chainsword on the sergeant, and that would be about 1500 points for my Dark Angels army. So that would be the next step, and I'll make an update video when these guys are done. Alright, see you later. Have a nice day.